Then I thought I'd come down here and catch you working hard, banging away on a bag, being sparring or being punched in the face or something, and here we are, just sat here in a quiet, empty gym. What's happening?
Doing my sprints, alright, Lee, caught me on a bad day.
Oh, a bad day or a good day? I don't know. Are you good at sprints?
Not too bad, like, I don't like them. Don't think anyone likes them, do they? But
no.
Not like them.
I don't know, I never did them, so I wouldn't know, mate, you know what I mean?
Don't dare to keep up with me with that candidate anyway.
But we're back out finally. It must seem like an eternity. Was it back in March?
March the 5th, yeah.
And then wasn't you supposed to be out on another show? It got pulled or you didn't get an opponent or something?
Yeah, June I was meant to fight Connolly, weren't I? June.
Right.
The show got pulled.
That was it.
Yeah. So I've got him again now, 24th.
Yeah, but didn't you then, when we rearranged that show, even though it might have been a different opponent, but say you were rearranged, but didn't you damage your hand?
No, that was...
Was that just before you made your debut?
Ago, yeah.
Right.
So no, it got rearranged and I had an holiday booked with my girlfriend for the week after the fight.
What then?
I had an holiday booked with my girlfriend and yeah, that was when the date was for, so I couldn't box on that show.
Right, so now you've got the violent vegan again.
Yeah.
I love that name, the violent vegan. I think this is going to be his, I'm not sure, I think it's his 93rd fight.
Yeah.
And the kid, we thought good enough to be in with your stablemate, Nathan Bennett, but it proved that Nathan was just, I think that was a fight that convinced him to move up to welterweight because he couldn't make the weight and it got dropped from a 6-rounder to a 4-rounder and he was just too big for him. Yeah. But Lee Connolly is with yourself, your lightweight, super lightweight. He's going to be super lightweight on the day, isn't it? Because he's on the day weighing. But a great test for anyone, and a good test for yourself
as well. Yeah, looking forward to it. Been a long while out the ring. My career's been start-stop since it turned over. Just can't wait to just.
Well, do you know something? It's better to have your bad luck early on when it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Because if you miss out on a fight when you're 10 or 12 fights in, and it's perhaps on the big stage or even for a little title, that means something. These fights are learning fights, and as long as you get them under your belt, it doesn't really matter how long it takes. Especially when you're still only, are you 21 or 21? 21.
22 in December.
So it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just opening it all out my system now. All these little hiccups are gone.
Like you say, you're going to have bad luck at some point in time. So get it out of the way early on, and hopefully you can have a nice little run where we can get you 7 or 8 fights under your belt, and then maybe the one after that will be for a little title. You never know.
I just want to crack on now. Get hopefully 2 more fights in this year. Then next year start pushing out for me 6s, and then I want to start taking 50-50 fights, and I don't want to be hanging around. Well,
I'm glad you said that, because there's quite a few of you in that same mindset that want to take a gamble with themselves. It makes your coaches, I know most fighters do want to do it, but the coaches sometimes. What?
I'd be happy to do it now.
I know, but that's why you've got a coach and you've got a manager that are going to stop you from doing that, because we want to make sure that when you do get there, you're ready and you can stay there and you can progress.
I know,
so it's that learning curve. No matter how many amateur fights you had, it makes no difference. The pro game and the amateurs are totally different. So someone's got to look after you.
I know.
But I know both you and Sean, exactly, because I bumped into Sean. I know you were there last time at Liverpool when Channel 5, it was Channel 5, it was Boxer, wasn't it? We had Paddy Lacey on there, Nathan Quarles. But I must have bumped into about 5 or 6 fighters on the way, and your stablemate, Mr. Arkwright, who never stopped smiling, was saying to us straight away, because he's heard about that little competition we've got with the light middleweights, and there's 4 of them that are all going up against one another, and it's fair because they're all at the same level. So what's good about that is they'll get the experience of fighting someone who wants to win just as much as them without giving anything away.
Yeah, I think that'll be perfect for Sean, something like that though. I think when someone starts to put it on Sean or something, you'll see the best of Sean. Whereas now, when people are on the back foot and going in the shell,
I think it's also fair to say a few of the hardest, toughest. You know, I think he had Granham, and then he had Kevin McCauley, didn't he? You know, and I know McCauley's just retired, hasn't he now? But I think he had
about 4 years,
257 fights or something. That's crazy, isn't it? You can't even contemplate that. And Jordan Granham, I think, is just over 100.
Title, didn't he?
What?
Won an ABA title.
I'm not sure if he won an ABA. I think he won like, you know, you have a Northwest region. I think he won regional titles, but I believe he was unbeaten in his first 26 amateur fights. You know, in 26 amateur fights. If you're not any good.
Got on that, like.
So the kid's a good kid. But like I say, you know, Lee Connolly, I don't think he had any amateur experience. You know. He moved straight into the pro game. I think he just had a couple of white collar fights, a handful of white collar fights, and moved straight into the game. And early on in his career, he was a dangerous man. Now he's learned the game. He's still a dangerous man because you don't get 6 draws on your record. I think he's got 8 wins. I know he's got, I think, 78 losses or something like that. I think he's only been stopped about, I think, 8 or 9 times in those losses. But he's learned to do his job really well, and he's a kid that will ask a few questions of you. Hopefully you'll have the answers to him, and you can progress then to, like you say, you know, sometime next year, maybe having a few more serious tests. Certainly in your first 6 rounds.
That's what I want. Like, I want to start pushing on now. I know I'm only young and that, like, but I still want to start cracking on. Have a few 50. I don't think, no disrespect to Journeyman but I think you'll see the best of me, and I'll get better as a fighter when you see me and testing myself. Yeah, well, I mean, we all say that, but proof is in the pudding, isn't it? And so we just got to make sure when you do get those tests, we've prepared you well. And like I say, some people take, you know, 4 fights, some people take 6 fights, some people are perhaps never ready, you know. Some take 10 fights, you know, but whatever it is, we'll find out with each win. We'll find out on the 24th of September, back at the Olympia. We will. Where hopefully I'll be saying to you afterwards, 2-0. 2-0, 100%. Ethan, you take care, mate. And I'll see you a week on Saturday. See you later, Lee. Thanks, one.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.